brave soldiers who shed their blood on the soil of this country, you are here in a friendly country. Sleep here in comfort and peace. You are side by side in each other's arms with Mehmetçik. Mothers who sent their sons to the war from distant lands, please stop your tears, because your sons are in our hearts. Your sons became our sons after giving their lives in this country. What land were you torn away from? What makes you so sad having come here? Asked Mehmet the soldier from Anatolia, addressing the Anzac lying near. From the uttermost ends of the world I come, so it writes on my tombstone, answered the youthful Anzac, and here I am, buried in a land that I had not even known. Do not be disheartened, mate, Mehmet told him tenderly. You share with us the same fate in the bosom of our country. You're not a stranger anymore. You have become a Mehmet, just like me. A paradise on earth, Gallipoli, is a burial under the ground. Those who lost their lives in fighting lie there, mingled in friendly compound. Mehmet then asked an English soldier, who seemed to be at the playing age, "How old are you, little brother? What brought you here at such an early stage?" "I am 15 forever," the English soldier said. "In the village where I come from, I used to play war with the children, arousing them with my drum. Then I found myself in the front. Was it real or a game? Before I could tell, my drum fell silent as I was struck with a shell. A place was dug for me in Gallipoli. On my stone was inscribed, 'Drummer, age 15. Thus ended my playful task, and this is the record of what I have done and what I have been. A distant drum, bereaved of its master, was weeping somewhere around, as drops of tear fell on it, with the soft rainfall on the ground. What winds had hurled all those youthful braves from 4 continents of the world to the Gallipoli graves? Mehmet asked in wonder. They were English or Scotch. They were French or Senegalese. They were Indians or Nepalese. They were Anzacs from Australia and New Zealand. Ships full of soldiers who had landed on the lacy bays of Gallipoli, not knowing why, climbed the hills and slopes rising high, digging trenches, cutting the earth like wounds, to shelter as graves those who were to die. Some were believed to be buried in one cemetery or another. Some were in graves unknown. All had entered into rest in the language of the tombstone at the age of 16 or 17 or 18 under the soil of Gallipoli. Thus their short-lived stories were told, as inscriptions on tablets of old. Buried there, Mehmet of Anatolia, without a stone to tell, consoled them, saying, "Brothers, I understand you so well." For centuries I also had to die, in distant lands, not knowing why. For the first time I gave my life not feeling sore, for I gave it here, for my own, in a war. Thus the Sultan's fief, tilled for ages with my hand, has now become for me a motherland. You who died in this land you did not know are no more foreigner or foe, for the land which you could not take has taken you to her bosom too, and therefore you belong here as much as I do. Paradise on earth, Gallipoli, is a burial under the ground. Those who lost their lives in fighting lie there, mingled in friendly compound. In Gallipoli, a strange war was fought, cooling off the feelings as fighting became hot. It was a ruthless war, yet breeding respect, in heart-to-heart exchange as confronting trenches fell into closer range, turning foe to friend as the fighters reached their end. The war came to a close. Those who survived returned to their lands and homes, leaving the dead behind. Wildflowers, wave after wave, replaced the retiring soldiers. Wild roses and mountain tulips and daisies were spread as rugs on the ground, covering trench by trench the wounds of fighting on the earth. The sheep turned the bunkers into sheds. The birds replaced the bullets in the sky. Nature, with hands holding the plough instead of guns, captured back the battlegrounds, with its flowers, fruits and greenery. And life returned to the soil, as traces of blood were effaced, turning the hell of the battlefield into a paradise on earth. Gallipoli now abounds with gardens full, with nations full of burial grounds. A paradise on earth, Gallipoli, is a burial under the ground. Those who lost their lives in fighting lie there mingled in friendly compound. Lying side by side, as friends in each other's arms, they may sleep in comfort and peace in the land for which they died.